Good morning, Mom COEs. How are you doing today? I'm going to make sure my sound is up. Hopefully, I think my sound was off. Sorry about that. Good morning to you. I hope you're doing well. Today, I've talked to so many people this week, mostly through my business and things like that, but I just came across the idea that, are you an influencer? And what I mean by that is, good morning, Holly. Thanks for tuning in. Are you an influencer? Or who has influenced you? And the reason I have that thought today is because so many times, we just kind of go through the motions sometimes, right? And we're influenced by so many things. We're also inundated by so many things, such as social media, like right now, and I appreciate you so much for tuning in. We're influenced or inundated by kids talking to us all day long as moms. You know, I have two daughters, and my youngest daughter, she didn't used to be so talkative, but now, as their personalities are developing, they're a lot more talkative, and I'm thankful for that. I am not complaining. I want my kids to talk to me. But they're also very impressionable. And I think of all the people who have influenced me through the course of my 45 and a half, almost 46 years. And I'm just amazed by that. I've had people influence me to know Jesus better, to actually get baptized. That was a big influence, right? They saved my life. How cool is that? I've had people influence me in my education. Some amazing, amazing teachers who taught me a lot of really cool stuff. And I also had teachers who weren't so great at what they did, probably shouldn't have been teaching. But they influenced me too, because I learned how not to do something, or I learned how not to be. And then I've had business influencers who have helped me with my business, who have mentored me. And then I've also had business mentors that I was like, I would not run my business like that. They don't treat people very well. And I look at all the people that I am around, and in some way they influence me. And it makes me think, how am I influencing others? As a wife, as a mom, as a believer in Jesus Christ, as a daughter to my parents, as a sister to my older sister. How am I influencing people? Am I making an impact? Am I an encourager? When people come and they come into my world, do they get positive vibes? Or am I EGR, the person who's extra grace required? And let me tell you, there's always a person who's an EGR. Whether it's in your family or whether it's in your circle of friends, there's always an EGR. And I pretty much can say on a 99.9% basis that everybody in a group at one point has been the EGR. So it just made me think today that when we are parenting, when we are communicating with our spouse, when we are sharing our wins and our victories and our defeats with close friends and trusted friends, are we an influencer? And how are we influencing? For me, when I have people come into my world, and I'm fortunate enough and have the privilege of having people come into my world, I want to be a positive influencer. Now, everybody has a bad day, but for the most part, I want people to feel like I value them. I want people to know that I genuinely care about them, and that when they come into my world, they feel appreciated. They don't feel like I'm going to bombard with them with a bunch of negativity or a bunch of viewpoints that may agree with them, or may disagree with them, but that I'm just not going to bombard them. People are bombarded and inundated so much. Am I encouraging them? Am I influencing people in a positive way? Am I bringing value to them? in some way. And that may be just giving them a hug. That may be calling them up and saying, hey, how you doing? That may be just texting them a little thank you note or a note of appreciation. Whatever it may be, how are you influencing people? What do you want people to say about you? Not necessarily when you die, but some people look at it that way. If you were to pass away, how would people remember you? Did you influence them in a positive way? Did you influence them in a negative way? Did you influence them at all? What kind of legacy do you want to leave? And that's the question for today. It's kind of maybe a deeper topic for some. I think so many times that we skim along the surface. I want you to dig deeper today. I want you to think, as we're now in the second month of 2020, that how do we want to influence others? And maybe that's parenting. Maybe that's your relationship with your spouse. Maybe that is your relationship with Jesus Christ or your faith. Whatever it may be, what do you want to bring to the table? What do you want to share with people? Enjoy your day. Love each and one. I cannot speak today. I've kind of fumbled a little bit in this this live video, but I love each and every one of you ladies, and I so appreciate each of you. I know how difficult it is to be a mom. I know how difficult it must be to be a stay-at-home mom when I've had my kids all summer, either following me around at work or going to Six Flags in the water park. It can be a challenge, and you do that full time if you're a stay-at-home mom, and kudos to you. And I know what it's like to kind of balance between the two and also try and be a caregiver for parents. Somebody used the phrase as you're parenting your parents. I find that interesting as well. I know how difficult life can be. It has its ups, it has its downs. What do we give back, though? What do we influence others with? What's our story? And why do we feel that way? Enjoy your day. Like I said, love each and every one of you ladies. Thanks for being part of the Mom COE group. You are a mom, chief of everything. Thanks.